Yo guys, I'm Yellow, a hardcore PC gamer. So today I figured we should talk about setting the standards for stuff within esports in general. This could also go for content creators and also technically for you and me and what kind of content that we prefer or enjoy. In which in the realm of Counter-Strike you'll probably mainly find like 2 or 3 different types. One will be more technical in terms of the game itself and changes and things to practice and learn and stuff like that. Pretty serious. It's very much in tandem with how the game works. It's a competitive game, so thus that comes hand in hand with the game's nature. And then you have the other one, the fun factor, the ridiculousness and the hilarity and, you know, just funny, silly moments, if not also epic clips. They kind of sort of go within that same category. So the point I want to make with this video and also how standards work is that the set of rules that we probably, and in some areas of the real life that we do got, you know, regardless of what kind of job you have or I have, there will probably be a set of standards that we have to follow. Security standards, production standards, quality standards that will allow us to guide ourselves forward and thus, you know, be able to do stuff not only more efficiently but probably better as well. So within the realm of maybe streaming Counter-Strike and, you know, big events with hundreds and thousands of players watching, having good standards is actually going to be incredibly valuable. And just like with how Twitch have their set bit rates and their set supported resolutions and stuff of that kind of nature, the same exact thing esports casters should probably have as well. If you people have ever watched a hitbox event, it's probably never gonna be as good as Twitch, but that could be also because of the lack of the things that we are already familiarized with the Twitch platform, aside from them actually being the biggest, and thus they have already been able to flush out their kind of a realm, or rather how they execute that kind of realm of the internet and watching online content. They've been able to do a pretty solid job right there. So I mean, it goes without saying that competition in that field is good as well. However, they are just literally the best and they're executing a lot of things out there the best. Now, having them as an exclusive caster for events, that is never good, so it's also good to always mix it in. I like that we are making them strive for, you know, having events hosted on their site, but watching a CS event on MLG TV or Hitbox is just dread compared to Twitch, essentially. And the biggest pet peeve that I had with the MLG event was actually the music and the audio work a lot of the times. A lot of the music they had, I think it was just a Monster Cat bullshit, but what I found was that having music over casters talking, that is just a terrible production choice, and thus that should not really be the norm. I mean, a lot of players, or people rather, that might be a little bit more casual with what music they prefer and like to listen to, they're obviously going to find that enjoyable, but me personally, or anybody that maybe only prefer classic, they're going to be fucking furious, you know? So there's that. I mean, it's not metal and I get it, but yeah, it's just a smaller gripe. Now, their actual client was absolute horseshit last year, so let's say that you mute something down and you set it down to 10% audio level. Instantly spikes up to 100%. What the fuck is that? I'm sitting here with like an amp and stuff, so naturally that is gonna be probably an issue only me and probably other Counter-Strike players that do enjoy good audio quality equipment, stuff like that are going to get annoyed with, but that is actually a big portion of a little bit higher level Counter-Strike players. So that was a big gripe that I found with the event that we had with CSGO. Now, as of late, the Serbia event that we had, it was also pretty terrible as well. Especially because of how the entire event was run rather poorly. It was below standards. So the theme here goes that if we just recognize the standards and we constantly, as viewers and as consumers of Counter-Strike content, whether or not it's YouTube videos, it's you know, casts, it's analyzers, it's talent, if we just harp on these people all the time, we're probably gonna get our will, because they, you know, they don't want to upset the Reddit people, right? I mean, to a certain extent that makes sense, and while it's a little bit annoying and a little bit bandwagon like I do recognize, it technically do work if we are like, you know what, we don't really like this level of pauses you should have. Why don't you prepare yourself beforehand? Just like what happened when Valve was sponsoring ESL Cologne 2014. If you actually go on the legitimate VOD list within CSGO, you can find a test cast of, I think it's like Master Guardian 2 players playing matchmaking, and it's casted as if it's the actual legitimate event, not as IPO naturally, and it's pretty shoddy, but it's a test to see if all the equipment works. That kind of preparation you need, because that is supposed to be the, you know, the low level of failure standard that we need to have if we are going to have a smooth event. If events don't have that, what the fuck is the point? The same also goes with YouTubers, with the content creators, regardless of what they make. If it's, you know, educational content or funny content, in which anything in between, I feel fine to enjoy it. I would not really mind you enjoying anything, really. But, yeah, just like with how YouPorn is kind of a crazy thing to have in this kind of realm, having shoddy standards, it will be annoying for some parties as well. Even though, again, probably all the face guys are going to enjoy having a YouPorn competitor in their lower tier teams, because all the good players have been taken by the better organizations. But that is just a funny little tangent I figured I would go on towards. So yeah, for yourself, figure out what you enjoy. I don't really mind. And as well as a lot of other players out there that enjoy Counter-Strike, we will find out what we enjoy. Me being competitive, some other people enjoying casual stuff. Even though, again, keep in mind that this game is not catered towards funny stuff in general, even though, again, funny stuff will happen in any realm of life. Yeah, just make up your mind and take it from there on out. And at least if the standards that we are being shamed off with whenever Valve steps in, hopefully we can get those again, and I'll have a very annoying event as we had with all the delays in Serbia, aside from all the talent being incredibly pissed. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, we got the Patreon stuff. You can find the links below and stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play.